Hi, my name is Jason, and I recently had a tumor removed from my head. Um, this video is for people who maybe are going through something similar to what I just went through, or maybe something that it's going on with you right now and you don't even realize you have it. Uh, about 4 months ago, MRI showed I had a tumor growing on my cochlear nerve, which isn't on the outer ear. On my right side. Uh, yeah, definitely was not ready for that. Um, but nobody knows when it started. There are signs that have been going on for about 4 years. Uh, and this video is going to be the journey up until about surgery. I think I'm gonna try to break it into a series of pre pre surgery, surgery, and then post surgery, and maybe I'll help you what to expect on what to come, or maybe get yourself go get looked at. Uh, but about I would say about 2019, 4 years ago, I started getting random headaches. Didn't think much of it. Thought it was dehydration, lack of water. Uh, I upgraded my glasses. Changed jobs. I was Ubering for a little bit, so I thought maybe just eye stress was causing me to get headaches. So I didn't think nothing of it. I put it aside. I started getting migraines, which is something I never had before. And migraines, if you don't know, you'll get some light sensitivity, a little bit of nausea is what I was getting. To the point where I just had to take something, sit around for 30 minutes, wait for the medicine to kick in, whether it's ibuprofen, Tylenol. I used ibuprofen, it helped out for me. Some people prefer the Excedrin and the Tylenol, stuff like that, but ibuprofen's what worked for my migraines. And wait for it to kind of come out. But one of the major signs that started popping up, and I think it was towards the end of 2020, is I would get intermittent in and out deafness in my right ear, or like tinnitus, or what do you call it, seashell ear. And then while that was happening, I would also get dizziness. So it would kind of throw off my balance a little bit. I kind of get in spins. Nothing crazy where I fall over or I couldn't drive or anything, but it would get to a point to where like whoa, like, I need to stand up for straight, get my bearings, and I would be okay. Finally went to a PCP, primary care doctor. I'm like, hey, this is the issue that I'm having. And finally, I get referred to an EMT. ENT, I'm sorry, I am an EMT, but I got referred to an ENT, an ears, nose, and throat doctor. Um, and this was probably around 2021. I finally was like, hey, I need to go get this looked at. First thing they suggested was my sinuses. Um, Try to clear out anything that may have caused this. Maybe it's just fluid backup. I did have, I live in Central Texas. We have allergies. We have a lot of pollen in our air, so a lot of people just thought it was just allergies. So we tried that. That did not work. Um, the next visit, my ENT stuck a camera up my nose, looked at the back of my throat, and saw I had a lot of acid reflux going on, which was true. I drink coffee, energy drinks, alcohol, stuff like that. I eat a lot of spicy food, which isn't good for your acid reflux. But that was one of the things he saw is like I had a lot of congestion in my throat as well, and my throat was scorched, is what he would say. So I had to change my diet up and see if that would work. Well, my acid reflux did go away, but I was still having the issues with my ear. So I went back to him and like, look, that other stuff. I was having issues, but that's not clearing up the major issue. Finally, he sat there and asked me. He was thinking, he's like, have you been having migraines? I didn't think that headaches and balance issues and ear issues or dizziness were all together. It's like I had to think about it for a second. Like, yeah, I have been having migraines, and even my now wife, I asked her why I wasn't. Hi, Rambo. Asked why I wasn't wearing ball caps anymore. I used to be a very big baseball cap guy, and I have a lot of them and fitted hats and everything. And I was like, I would just start getting headaches all the time, so I stopped wearing hats because I started getting headaches. But when I told him I was having migraines, I was like, yeah, I'm having a couple migraines a month. I'm like, I'm not think nothing of it. And I'm like, but yeah, I've been having a couple migraines a month, and that's when he triggered for me to go get the MRI. I'm lucky enough where I work at a radiology clinic now, so pretty much I got in as soon as possible, got my scan done, and I can see my own pictures as soon as I've done. We're not supposed, patients are not supposed to see their own pictures, but I kind of work there, so I can go see my images as soon as they popped up, and clear as day, you could see there was something in my head. There was a tumor there. I didn't know what it was. And my MRI tech, Beth, was already on the phone with the radiologist, telling him to go ahead and take a look at this because she saw something. And anytime we get something pretty bad or we notice something like that, we kind of trigger it early. So the whole night, the next couple of hours, I'm just hitting refresh on my own file, waiting for the radiologist to read it and see what he saw. And basically, what he saw was what you call a vestibular schwannoma, aka also an acoustic neuroma. They're kind of put into the same aspect. It's basically where a tumor is growing off your cochlear nerve, and it kind of just pushes down on your ear, which is what causes your balance issues and everything. But it's so close to your brainstem that if you continue to let it get out of control, a lot of things can happen. You start leaking cerebral spinal fluid, meningitis, stuff like that. None of that is any good. So credit to my ENT, called me at like 7:30 at night. He was still in his office. His hours had closed at 5 o'clock. So he was still working hard. He's basically had to tell me like, hey, this is what you have. This is not what I treat. I got to refer you to another doctor, which he did. Went and saw his colleague, and basically told me that, yeah, you have a tumor growing. It's about the size of a marble right now. It was like 2 or 3 centimeters big, and it almost forms like a little like teardrop at the end of the nerve. It grows off the nerve and it kind of grows from there. And left unchecked, it continues to grow. He gave me three options on how to treat it. One would be a radio, what do you call stereo knife, basically a stereo laser, and it laser into my head to try to kill the tumor. One would be just to wait and see if it's growing or not, or at what rate it's growing. Another one is surgery. Um, I chose the surgery method um, after doing my little bit of research, sitting and waiting and seeing what would happen. What wasn't very good option in the stereo. I'm healthy enough and young enough to go through a surgery. That's more meant for people who are older, maybe have bad health, bad blood pressure issues, diabetic, that wouldn't really make it through a surgery or a couple of days after the surgery. So I ended up choosing the surgery. So I got referred to also I guess brain surgeon is what you call it, brain spine doctor. And, he let me know what my options were, and didn't try to sway me any way possible. I told him, like, basically I'm going to go with the surgery option. The other ones don't make sense to me. Cool doctors. In the coming months, a lot of follow-up appointments, lab checks. I'm still having the ear issues, and trying to let everyone know. And the crazy thing before I found I had the MRI, proposed to my girlfriend, now wife, bought a new car. So a lot of things kind of happen all within a couple weeks span. But getting prepped for surgery, it's a headache. You dealing with insurance, in and out. There are phone calls. Hey, this is not approved. You still gotta go do this. The bills do pile up very quickly. Even before your surgery, people are wanting their payment before you even go in for their surgery. I just want to get people prepared for that because maybe they're not sure what's going to happen. I'm still going through it. I'm 3 weeks out of surgery at the moment. I'm still going through insurance issues and whether or not who's going to cut me a check, and because they still took the payment up front. There was no wait and see like, hey, we need this payment before the surgery. So get you prepared for that. Get your credit cards ready, or hopefully you have a little bit of savings where you can do that. Or I don't know, maybe your doctor is just willing to work with you. Um, but yeah, leading up to the surgery is just in and out of appointments and calling you at the last second saying, hey, we need this blood work done. Hey, we need this CT scan done. Uh, Before you're even able, or get a chest x-ray to make sure your heart is okay, to even make sure that you're fit for surgery. So just to get you prepared for that. I'm going to end this first video right here. The next video will bring us up to the surgery day, going through surgery and my hospital stay, and uh, what to be prepared for before and after the surgery. Um, Let me know in the comments if this helps you out at all. If you had any questions, if you're going through this, I'll try to leave something to where to contact me at. But you guys have a good day.